3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Throwing is gone. Has it in close. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's in for the touchdown. The Lions hold a slim 2-point lead early. Well, partner, with the increased focus on receivers now in the ground game, the jet sweep, it's a weapon all 32 teams and coaches have to rely on for offense. And for the good ones, it can be a lucrative play to have ready, too.
Yeah, lucrative on the scoreboard, certainly, Caden. Don't forget about lucrative for the wallet, too. Next time his agent's at the negotiating table, he's going to be sure to bring plays up like that one. You mentioned the value he could bring beyond the work of just catching the football.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Give now to the running back. And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second down now, 7 to go. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Dak now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They send the tight end in motion. Throwing on first is Prescott. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. We'll get an injury timeout here, and thousands throughout the stadium hold their breath. CeeDee Lamb, the player, shaken up after that one. First down, ball at the 36. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They've jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Dak throwing again. Looking slant route, complete. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Right up the gut. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 16. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. This one's caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, maybe give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Another throw for Prescott. Into traffic, complete. And he'll go down shy the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Only a yard that time, and now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Another chance for it. And this time he gets it done. Touchdown. The Cowboys take a second quarter lead. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. That crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
And his kick is no good. He missed it, but wait just a second. Looks like the penalty flag might bail him out, Bronk. I think this is going to be roughing the kicker. They'll try the extra point one more time. That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sent it through.
14, Lions 10.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They go play action with Goff. That one's complete, right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, kid, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Second down now, 7 to go. Again, it's Gibbs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll run it here on 3rd down. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know this is normally a passing situation on your 3rd down chart, but not unheard of to see an offense keep it on the ground and try to get the first run in it. In this case, well, it's clear that going to the air would have been a better decision. That defense was dialed in to make that stop.
On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. And this will remain a 4-point gain.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Dak. He lays out and grabs it just before the sideline.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Dallas.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Working from the pistol, Prescott. He sends this one to the end zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. That's Carlton Davis.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you could get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That one's cut along the left sideline. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 47. That's incomplete left side.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And that brings up 4th and long. The Lions readying for the punt. And this is the first time he's been called on today. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Officially an even 40 yards on the punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play action, Prescott. He's trying to go deep again. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. So it'll be 2nd down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing again is Dak. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Prescott now on third down. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. Oh my, low kick and short. He completely mishit this one. And they'll down this one just beyond the midfield stripe. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Here's Gibbs on the carry. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Out of the shotgun. Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Running it with Gibbs. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Lions, with some work to do, trailing in this game. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Another one for Gibbs. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down, just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Is in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions get some late points and the lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
The Lions' offense looks like they're staying out there. We got a 2-point try coming up. He's throwing for it. That one falls incomplete, though we do have a flag that we've got to check out first. He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. All right, now another opportunity to convert this 2-point try. They want to run it across. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down to the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands. He dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Dak out of the pistol. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. Timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their 3rd. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up.
Boy, this defensive crew is locked in, and that O-line's head, they are a-spinning. Back-to-back sacks has this offense on skates, and those blockers can't figure out where this rush is coming from next.
And not a kick to remember there. It only reaches the 30, and it is down. First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Goff. St. Brown there to bring it in. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Completed over the middle. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage, to make that in cut and make the catch.
Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. Goff back to throw. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Bates kick is up and good. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Oh, wow, and he mishit that one. The unfortunate mistake giving them excellent field position. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. One final shot before halftime. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. There's a handoff up the gut. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Carlton Davis. And the Lions have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt. I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
Hey, I get it, Kate. Third down, you're doing all you can to try to stay on the field. But unfortunately, poor ball security loosens his hold on it, and the defense knocks it free. Instead of facing fourth down, even better, that defense is off the field completely.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Again on second and 10, Prescott. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Dallas. Oh, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Here's Dak. Finds his fullback. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Another throw for Prescott. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for the back that time. So now they're going to have to figure out this third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Dak throwing again. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. They're left with fourth down here.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. One alligator, two alligator, three alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he sends this one straight up, trying to stick them deep. He will go! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions hold an 11-point advantage. You gotta love when your special teamers say, take some time off, offense. Your presence, that's not required at this moment. That guy took care of things himself with an electrifying return.
Yeah, find somebody who doesn't welcome some time off from work, Kate. They're more than happy to chill out on that sideline, offer some extra applause as that return team did more than its normal job.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Lions push the lead up to 12. Now, Brock, you always tell me they're special for a reason. Quite the boost from their special teams on that score as they kick it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. The intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. And now it's second down.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Second down, here's Prescott again. Dumped off to his running back. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Offense in the hurry up here.
First down, Cowboys.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Prescott here from the gun. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
The ability to track the ball. Right, ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, you're looking at a huge gain.
Second and 15. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And he's there to send that one away. Incomplete. Intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. So now it's going to be third and long.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Third and long, Prescott. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 39. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. It looked like it was going to be picked there.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. And they scoop it up. They can still run with it. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Goff setting to throw. St. Brown's got it. Complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Able to find Hawkinson. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brought down by Deron Bland.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Trayvon Diggs has got it. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he makes the half goal. It's a touchdown on the pick six. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
And the extra point is no good. So potentially a key tally kept off the scoreboard, Brock. Going to see how and if this comes into play later in the second half. out what's going wrong. After another miss, he's got to stay out there and send this one away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Goff trying again here after the pick. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Up the gut they go with Gibbs. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. They go play action with Goff. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Cowboys are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
1st down, here's Dak. It's caught, Ferguson. And they'll have it across midfield as he runs out. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 37. Gets everything he has under this throw. He's got it deep downfield. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Now, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
No time just yet to figure out what's going wrong. After another miss, he's got to stay out there and send this one away. Fielded at the 7. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. A give to Gibbs. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, the 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They'll go right side with Gibbs. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Tackled there by Jordan Lewis. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Goff has the connection to Hawkinson. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. This game's still tied after 3, so we're going to decide things here in the 4th quarter. First and 10 from the 41. On the ground, it's a give to Gibbs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. Second down. Goff. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That second and third level defenders did their job, and what did it do? Well, free that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. And now they face second down. Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. Offense to the line for second down. Running it after the penalty. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead? It did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Dak out of the pistol. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now a pause as they attend to an injured player, and they wait with bated breath because it is Dak Prescott who's getting help here. So a big kick coming up for Brandon Aubrey. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash. It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And they do not break the tie here in the 4th.
Well, they got the chance to kick a potential game winner, Kate, and that's all that kicker wanted, a chance. Unfortunately, he didn't make it. And all he can hope now, tie game late here, is that his counterpart across the way, warming up in that kicking net, well, he doesn't get the chance to end it himself.
On first down, it's gone. He's got it to him yet again. That is cut. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start to push into Cowboys territory. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Gibbs now from the gun. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Looking slant route, complete. He pushes this down to the 22-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. And he's going to run this one well into the red zone to the 14. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They'll toss it to Gibbs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. That one's rejected at the line. And that brings up 4th and short.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And this one does not go far. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
One thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. First throw for the backup now. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be first down, Dallas. Plowing up the middle. Broke through the tackle. And he goes down a little short of the 40. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 41. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Back now, pressure on its way. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring it fourth down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
On now comes their punter. And he's going to do the honors for the fourth time today. This was a miss-hit for Onkalo and pretty short. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. Officially just a 26-yard punt. And the Lions will go on offense. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. He's back to throw. That's caught for the first. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Breaks through, and he might break away. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Again, it's Gibbs. Has some space inside the 15. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions make it a 9-point advantage. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He put everything he had into this one. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. The intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. So that brings up second down. Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. Back to the line they go. It's second down. They'll try and throw it here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Cowboys gotta score in a hurry. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's first down. Back to throw now. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Second and 10 now. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Here he is to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Offense liked how that play went. They choose to decline the penalty. They got the interference call on 3rd down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs. Throwing it again here. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Some movement there before the snap, right side of the line. This is going to back them up. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Second and 8. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
A gain of 30. First down, Dallas.
He's on the move. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown! I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it to.
Kate, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
Time just yet to figure out what's going wrong. After another miss, he's got to stay out there and send this one away. And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll take it out to the 30.
They're on the 30-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. It's Gibbs on the carry. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. Hockenson reels it in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Their punter making his way out now. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Fair catch made here at the 30. So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. First and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw it. Rams got it on the sideline. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock still running. Here he is to throw. Cut out left. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
So it's 1 for the win column for the Lions. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.